It's that time.
Game time, baby.
That time. Time to kick off Sports Extra. Brought to you by Southside Lumber and Pizza Hut. Now, News 3's Sports Extra. Sports Extra. Sports Extra.
Hey again, welcome into Friday Sports Extra, week 6 of the high school football season. It's also a night where the Cubs can clinch the National League Central. We will get to that in just a couple of minutes.
But first place is on the line in the South 7. Anytime conference unbeatens clash this late in the season, you can classify it as a big game. The Mount Vernon Rams and Carbondale Terriers certainly will attest. Tonight's showdown in Mount Vernon took on a little extra significance with the news that League Power Cahokia had settled its strike, allowing the Comanches to get right back in the South 7 race. The Terriers and Rams, this week's Sports Extra Spotlight game of the week, and it was senior night in Mount Vernon. Dontrell Black getting a big hug from his coach, Dan Mings. Now the Rams would go to work. Chicken Stuckey with the spin move, and he is off to the races. And Mount Vernon had an early lead. There goes the horn, yeah. And the Rams were not done. Here, it's Black taking it into the end zone. Mount Vernon had the lead. More from the Rams, and they would tack on another touchdown here on the end around. And the Rams roll into the first place all by themselves. 38-7 is your final. Mount Vernon has won 4 straight games, 38-7. Elsewhere, we go back to Ricky for another dandy.
Yes, we do. After starting the season with 3 non-conference wins, the Marion Wildcats have lost 2 straight, both in the South 7. The Cats need a win tonight to stay alive in the race, and to get it, they need to knock off Belleville-Altoff. And what a game this was. First quarter, it is Matt Brown to Derek Borum. This covers 96 yards, and it's 13-0 Marion. But Jason Ford of the Crusaders, over 200 yards rushing. Here we go for 52 yards, and the Crusaders are up 24-13 at the half. In the third, Tommy Davis. It was the Tommy Davis show. He returned 2 kickoffs in a span of 5 minutes for touchdowns, 85 yards and 86 yards. Here's one of them. It's 38-20 Belleville. But no quit in Marion. Micah Markley takes it and scores. It's 38-35. Marion is down. Now, under a minute to go, they're down 3, and it's Brown to Josiah Cerati for the touchdown, and that is the game winner, and the fans are going nuts. Marion with a huge comeback tonight. They beat Belleville for the first time in school history, 50-46. Also tonight, Cahokia beats Centralia by the score of 69-0.
Our next stop, the River to River, Ohio. As the top-ranked team in our coaches poll, Herrin welcomed another conference unbeaten, number 8 Massac County, and this one was an offensive juggernaut. First offensive play for the Tigers. B.J. McGee goes 58 yards. That would set up a score from Tommy Taylor. That would be a theme. Later, it's Kyle Derry to Tommy Taylor for 30 yards in the touchdown. Herrin had a quick 14-0 lead, but the Patriots bounced right back. Zach Kester to David Rogers, and watch David Rogers. He is going to plow through Tiger tacklers all the way into the end zone. Get off of me! Into the end zone for Rogers, 32 yards, and it was 14 all. But here comes Herrin again, and here comes Taylor. Untouched, 17 yards for the score, 28-14 Herrin. But back come the Patriots for more fireworks. It's Kester up top, the gorgeous pass to Rogers, perfect throw and catch, and just like that, it was 28-21. But Aaron Anderson ripped off a 51-yard run. That set up another Taylor touchdown. Herrin led 35-21 at the break, and they win 55-42, your final. In Benton, a first win was on the line as the Rangers welcomed the popularly dubbed best 0-5 team in the state, Harrisburg. First quarter, Gavin Nolan plowing his way in for 20 yards, and that would set up, fittingly, Gavin Nolan from 1 yard out. The Rangers had a 7-0 lead, but the Bulldogs answered in the second. B.J. Davis will take it in for the touchdown. The extra point was no good, so it was 7-6 Rangers. Now later in the second, Nick Babout goes up the middle for the score, putting the Bulldogs on top 12-7. It was 12-10 at the half, but the Bulldogs rolled in the second, 39-10. Your final. Just one other game in the Ohio. West Frankfort is 5-1 after beating Murfreesboro 46-6.
How about some Sparta and Pinckneyville? Yes, even the young ones love the Panthers. Look at that little guy in the first half. The Ryan rushing show here with the interception. And he's going to take it back. Then on offense, he runs over several Sparta defenders for the touchdown. It's 28-0 Panthers. Then Ryan rushing, the coach's son, showing off his arm, throwing this one to Nick Logan. Nice throw, nice catch. 35-0 Pinckneyville, and they go on to win it by the score of 35-0. To Anna Jonesboro for AJ and Chester. Third quarter, Lucas Heilman. He's going to take off and start running and dodging defenders all over the place. Look at Lucas go. Fourth. He's still going. Finally, they get him. Later in the fourth, it's Anna. They fumble it, kick around, but they recover it in the end zone. It's Stephen Hausman who gets on it, and AJ clinches a playoff spot, beating Chester 27-12. Also, in the Mississippi tonight, DuQuoin leads Nashville 14-3 in the fourth quarter.
Black Diamond action. Carmi White County playing host to Cesar-Valera, Waltonville, Woodlawn. Clay Kittinger hands off to Alex Heltzel, and he makes his way through the crowd to the end zone for the 13-0 Bulldogs lead. And then on this one, Kittinger gets the handoff, makes one man miss and another, and will shed a tackle, and he's off to the corner of the end zone. And even the referee with a nice little jump there. Picture-perfect touchdown for the Bulldogs. The Red Devils would make some noise of their own. Kendall Gibson, the pump fake. Then he goes down the sidelines to Kyle Crocker inside the 20. That would lead to a touchdown, but this night would belong to Carmi. Even when things went wrong, they went right. Kittinger under pressure gets it away. Crocker nearly takes it 40 yards. Carmi wins this one big, 56-34. Plenty of points tonight. Elsewhere in the Black Diamond, Hamilton County leads Alvarado for 36-8. That was the last score we had in the fourth. Carterville clinches a playoff spot. The Lions are 6-0 after they beat El Dorado 55-13. Fairfield visits Johnson City tomorrow at 1. It was Dupo and CZR. That game is also tomorrow at 1:30.
And that DuQuoin Nashville game is a final. DuQuoin wins it 14-3.